What's up, my fellow bro gamers? Mr. J313 here, back again with some more Mass Effect Andromeda. And on today's video, we're going to be going over the 3 new weapon types, Concussive, Syphon, and Bulwark. So, real quick, we're going to go over a few of the weapons that I have unlocked. I've got 3 Concussive, 1 Bulwark, and 1 Syphon. So, let's jump right into it. So, as we're going to see right here, I have the Elkin Concussive, the Mattock Concussive. We're going to take a look at this real quick. The weapon itself, so whenever you unlock the Concussive or whatever version you unlock, it will be the same stats as its X counterpart. So every time you level up the new version of the weapon, so saying I have the Elkin X and the Elkin Concussive 1, they will deal the same stats, same damage and everything else. But every time I level up my new Elkin Concussive, it will not deal any extra damage, but its concussive effect will level up. So, the concussive effect at level 1 deals 800 area damage with a 7.5 meter radius. So that is a pretty good bonus, I must say. Now, with concussive weapons, you have to get a precision kill for the biotic explosion to happen. Now, that biotic explosion is very, very deadly. Out of all of the concussive weapons I have, the Mattock, the Elkin, and the Incisor, I've really only been using the Mattock because I do enjoy using that weapon. The Elkin, I think, is just absolutely terrible, and I refuse to use it. And the Incisor, I feel the same way. I hate that sniper. It is just absolute garbage. So I've been using the Mattock quite a bit. And after getting the Mattock Concussive to 3, it is dealing 955 area damage with staying at a 7.5 meter radius. So I did not catch what the Elkin Concussive, not Elkin, the Mattock Concussive 2 was at on damage. But as you can see, getting from 1 to 3, there was a 155 increase in area damage. So the damage will scale quite high, and I'm really interested to see what the rank X version will be doing. Now, moving on to another one, the Bulwark weapons. I unlocked the Cyclone Bulwark, and I have to say, this could be a very, very, very effective tool with a team, because whenever you are near an ally, it does not say radius or anything, but after doing a little bit of testing in some games, I'm going to guess that the radius you have to be to an ally is 6.5 meters. That is my guess. It is anywhere between 6.5 to 10. Now, I could be wrong, but it is somewhere in there. It's not a large radius, but it's not like you have to be touching them shoulder to shoulder. So, the Bulwark, what it's going to do is with every ally you are near, you will be gaining a slight buff in damage resistance. If you are near 1 ally, you will gain 15 damage resistance, 2 allies is 22, and 3 is 30. Moving on to the final, the Syphon weapon, I have the Disciple Syphon. The Syphon is one of the most interesting, and it does exactly what it does. It siphons health from enemies with damage that you deal. So, with the level 1, it is doing 3% of the damage you deal is returned as health, 4.5% heal bonus per kill, 7 kill streak duration in seconds, with a 3 maximum kill bonus. So what I'm kind of getting from this right now is you get 4.5% heal bonus per kill. So I'm assuming that's the damage you dealt when you killed them. It is going to do 4.5% of that damage, and it can stack up to 3 times over 7 seconds. So I'm thinking it's gonna be, that'd be 13.5% heal bonus per kill over 7 seconds if you get that triple kill. I don't really know. I wish it was a little better laid out. Maybe I'm just not reading it right or understanding it, but let's jump into some gameplay and talk more about these. So far, after using all of them, I have to say, I don't really know which is my favorite because I haven't been able to run Platinums with these weapons with a real team. I've only just been jumping into random games and using them. But I have to say, if you're purely looking for fun, Concussive would honestly be my favorite simply because of the biotic explosion. After that, I would probably say Syphon. I could see some really nasty builds coming out of that, especially melee builds, being able to reel back and deal a little bit of damage with your weapon. Now, me having the Disciple as a Syphon, I feel like that's probably one of the worst weapons. While it does deal a lot of damage, it is a shotgun. I would much have preferred my Cyclone to have been Syphon with my Disciple being Bulwark. I wish that's how it would have been, but regardless, I got what I got, and I gotta use it. So, testing it out, all of the new weapons. Now, this is where I kind of get a little upset at how they did it, because every weapon they added in 3 more times, so you have to unlock each weapon and then level them up all to rank 10. I'm not a big fan of that because I just think that's too much content to really unlock and level up, and it requires some serious dedication, and I really just think they're going a little overboard with it. I honestly wish they could have just added in ammo types or something like that along the lines and did new weapons or something, but regardless, we got what we got and we have to deal with it. So the Concussive has a very nice skin. Going over the skins, each weapon has a skin. It is not dependent on the weapon, it is dependent on the variant that you get. So the Concussive is more of a really dark purple and black, kind of like a galaxy theme, it seems like, without the extra stars or colors or things like that. The Bulwark is kind of a gold honeycomb feel to it. That's what it kind of looks like to me. And the Syphon is pretty much just a really dark red, a dark blood red, pretty much. That is what it is. I have seen a few other weapons with it, and it looks really nice. The Syphon really, honestly, to me, looks like the Concussive skin, except it's red instead of purple. So I kind of, with all the weapons, I at least wish, maybe they wouldn't have been so lazy and did a little bit more for the skins. So I don't know how I really feel about that, but regardless, all of the new weapon types are very cool. They're very effective, and I really like using them. Definitely, after having the Cyclone and picking it back up, I haven't used it in so long, but now that I have the Bulwark using it, I've noticed how much of a good weapon the Cyclone actually is. So where I see these weapons being most effective is whenever you have a team and you're in Platinum. Now on Gold, I will be posting this particular footage as a full game. I'm not sure if I'm going to do commentary on it or not. I will be posting the full game because it was a very good game. And I was using the Mattock Concussive and the Bulwark Cyclone. So where I see these weapons being most effective is if you're actually working with a team on Platinum, because it's really going to be crucial using those weapons to be able to easily do Platinum. Can you do it without them? I imagine you can, but this would make it so much easier and less stressful. And in some situations, I could definitely see where these are very, very, very much needed. Now, whenever you're using them on Gold, it's kind of laughable, because Gold became a point to where it was quite easy for most players. But now whenever you compare it to the extra levels we can get with our characters, along with these new weapons, it's honestly just ridiculous how easily you can walk over Gold. I expect to be seeing a lot of new Gold solos with these new weapons. Infiltrators using max concussive weapons, or melee builds with Syphon weapons. It just opens up so many possibilities for new build guides, which is kind of exciting for me, but the only problem with it not being exciting is it's so much to unlock, and with all the extra content that Brian and I have to do for this channel, it's going to really set me back whenever the Destiny 2 beta comes out and Fortnite comes out within these next 2 weeks. So I'm really not looking forward to having to go through and unlock all of this new extra content, but regardless, it is really fun and I'm having a blast playing with all these new weapons. But if any of you guys are on Xbox and you are down to do some Platinum runs, I am going to be getting a team together and doing a lot of Platinum missions here very soon and recording them, and I'm going to be doing tips and tricks on how to most effectively do that. So definitely, guys, if you are on Xbox, message me on Xbox, Mr. J313, message me. I'm looking to get some teams together. It's going to be kind of a game night kind of deal. That is something we're going to be talking about on our podcast, and I will be setting that up. So definitely, if you're interested, message me on Xbox or leave a comment down below, and I will try and reply to as many people as possible if there are anyone who does want to play. So my final thoughts on these weapons is I'm really enjoying them with their effectiveness. If you're going to be using them, definitely Bulwark, you need to really stay close to your team. And that is another thing with Bulwark, getting the damage resistance. If you put that weapon on your back, you will not get the damage resistance with it on your back. You actually have to have the weapon out. So that is another thing to think about when you're picking your weapons. So with all of these new weapons, unlocking them, you're really going to have to think which one you're going to use and best effectively coordinate with your team and what character you're using, what weapon you're using. And that's really going to make Platinum a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable, especially since it is so difficult, but the 130,000 credit reward is just so very tempting. So I'm ready to get down and do some real grinding and start unlocking all this extra content to show off to you guys. So that's really all I have for you on this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to smash that like button. It'll really help us out. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. We're putting videos out every Monday and Friday, and a few others just like this whenever there's an absolute ridiculous amount of content to cover. So as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed. This has been Mr. J313, and I will catch you on the next one.